So lekker wees, dankie. Hello, this is Batman speaking. How are you guys doing? And we are live. Yeah, guys, the only reason I got this on is because my son asked me to do it. So I'm doing it for myself.
I see why you said that. Obviously, I'm lagging 10 seconds, aren't I? Wow.
So how are you doing?
Good. Not too bad at all. Just looking forward to see what FTFE has got to say to this dude. Because they, like I said to you a minute ago, the introduction was a bit mad. Hearing him say that schools would not lie to you. There's no way you learned that level was horizontal at school, because that school wouldn't teach that, because it means it's lying, and school would not do that. And I was like, blimmin' hell, he definitely didn't go to my school then, because the headmaster was the biggest liar ever.
I think they probably didn't go to school if they didn't know that. I mean,
Well,
you
exactly.
learned that in primary school already.
Exactly. Even he learned that. He can't deny that he did not. That he learned level was horizontal. He can't.
Exactly. But it's good to see you. Let me say hi to everybody in the chat. So yeah, it's good to see you, PJ. Thank you for coming in. So yeah, we got PJ Cruikshank, obviously. Alan Nordstrand, good to see you, mate. Professor Harvester, always good to see you. Jimmy J, Moxie, better than gold. Hey, mate, thank you for coming. Good to see you. I must still add you on WhatsApp. I just haven't got to that yet. Been so busy, sorry, with work and stuff. I'll do that as soon as I can. Grutone, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. I will not get the jab. Good to see you, mate. Dart, hello. Richard G, hey, mate. Good to see you. And then we got Edward Igurisu, which is Andrew. Good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming in. Dala, thank you for coming. I can probably take this off now. Oh. So, tonight I got FTFE on. And, well, I thought, what's the better poll to do? FTFE relies on flat earth. Yes, 100%. We got 78% saying yes. And no, he needs flat earth, 22%. So they actually mean exactly the same thing. Hey, Jeff Gashead, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. So, yeah, it was actually nice to have a bit of time off last night.
Oh, definitely.
I thought I'm going to sleep earlier, but I ended up sleeping about the same time as usual anyway. But I do enjoy spending the time with the missus and stuff, so.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you would have had to have time off after that headache the other night.
Oh, yeah. It was quite hectic.
Oh, I mean, I couldn't even hear myself shouting, "Can you let Flats talk, please?"
But like I said, everybody.
In your face, your head in your hands, on the screen. I was like, "Oh, well, they really need to let him talk. Listen to him at least."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, but I understand. It's a subject that has a lot of passion to it. I would put it in a nice way.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I think we will actually bring that subject up again. Because there's a lot that can be discussed with it, definitely. And I want to also do some streams on different religions, because it seems obvious to me that a lot of people lack the education of the difference in religions. Thinking that Muslim is the same as Christian, man, insane.
Yeah, that's it.
Hi Esa, man, good to see you. Umbongwang, thank you for coming. And Face Reality, it's always great to see you, mate. Okay, so what have I got on? FTFE. Well, this is what his new video that came out today. Well, his latest. PhD explodes on a flat earther. I listened to it at work while I was working, and I'm like, there's some points that I have to address on there and get through. I think it'll be an interesting thing to show. Unfortunately, when it comes to the end with PhD Tony, where he's literally triggered and going crazy,
Really?
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to show it because it's talking about the vaccines and stuff, and unfortunately I can't talk about that. But I will show some parts of it where he's literally getting triggered and screaming like a. You just see his face. You can imagine his face almost like he's foaming at the mouth the way he's going on. That's that's how hectic triggered he got with a guy. But yeah, but yeah, it's good to see you all.
That way.
Yeah. Oh, and I forgot to say hi, Sean. Good to see you, mate. Sean Hawkins. He says, but elevation is indoctrination. Education is indoctrination. So when they taught at horizontal level, they were lying to you, right? No. The way they teach you is indoctrination, not what they teach you is indoctrination. Learn the difference.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously not everything we learned at school, but most things we learned at school was rubbish. You know what I mean? You've got your maths and English, your basic things, obviously, but you were taught about history and the nature of the cosmos and our so-called planet and that was lies. You know what I mean? That's what we talk about, not the basic things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean horizontal being level is just a statual fact. That's what it is. There's no indoctrination about that. That's what I said. It's how they teach you that's indoctrination. Not what they teach you. The curriculum's based on the planets and stuff is obviously lies, but they teach you it's reality. They teach you not to question it. That is indoctrination. Not to, you see, they teach you lies as fact. Horizontal being level is not a lie. It's literally what it's always been, and it's always going to be, because that's what it's stated as fact.
Yeah, like they teach you maths. You need maths, but then then later on they teach that maths is reality, and it's not. It describes reality, but it's not reality. Do you know what I mean? So that's the difference between like what's taught and indoctrination. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Are you ready to go through the video? We might have to even get this into a two-part series, all depending how much information we get crammed into here.
Cool.
If you guys are all ready, let's do this.
So Landry, welcome back to the channel. How you doing?
Good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for taking the time. I know you've just finished work over there. So not much time to chill out for you, so thank you for coming back into the lion's den, Bob.
Have you ever heard of this Landry guy though?
I haven't heard of him. No.
Well, yeah, apparently he's made them very triggered, so I want to find out who he is, maybe try and get him on here sometime.
Yeah, I don't even recognise his face now.
Because it's like the first time I've heard of him, so that's quite interesting. But I know he's chatted to them about COVID and stuff, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's what's triggered them, because you'll see the way it does trigger Tony. Wow. Literally, Tony's calling this guy a murderer.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how bad it gets. It's crazy.
Landry, so what prompted you to want to come back and ask me some questions?
Well, I think that just kind of keeping up with all this channel, I had to do one final showdown before I left it all behind, because one of my first questions is kind of not. So I actually wrote something. Is it okay if I read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so basically, as far as Craig, your metrics go, I know I get it. This is like fourth time. Round one, I super deserved to be insulted. I was really a professional, and I get that. So
I wouldn't agree with anybody. You don't deserve to be insulted by anyone. Doesn't matter.
No.
Doesn't matter if you're ignorant or whatever. It doesn't mean you need to be insulted. The reason we like if I insult Craig or whatever, that's just fair game because they insult us. But it doesn't make it okay that you get insulted, is it?
No.
So I don't know why he's kind of licking ass to him, saying it's okay.
Yeah.
He deserved to get insulted.
That's the same as on a bigger scale, taking the law into your hands. Just because someone kills someone, it's okay to go out and kill. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Exactly. Hey Liffy, ek's bly jy het gekom. Lief vir jou. It's good to always see my wife in chat.
Oh yeah.
She really does support me a lot. Where are you going? Okay, let's carry on.
I understand that time, but the other times the people just they're never happy with anything. It's either you just don't listen enough. You're not. Your eyes aren't focused on the God of PhD Tony. But so this made me realize that I kind of wanted like how I would want to do things differently every time. Just like looking back on him. So I think that one thing that I wanted to bring up is that But yeah, so I want to dig deeper than the assumption that there's only two sides to hold on every single idea or situation that ever comes up in life, like the flat Earth thing. I'm not sure if Craig will be interested in that because I mean this is your career for the time being. So I guess that's all I got to say, and then I'll go to the next question whenever you, or not the next question, but the first question whenever you are ready.
Sitting Bull, thank you for coming. Great, he says anyone called a murderer in that chat. Are you calling me a liar? Maybe you can wait till the end of this video and then you can see it how you want to. Because he literally calls this guy, PhD Tony, while he was screaming at him like crazy, literally calls him a murderer.
Wow.
Yeah. SCG, he says, anyone who says that science class doesn't teach you to question anything is a baseball liar and proves that I've never... Sean, let's put it this way. How do they teach you what science is? Do they teach you pseudoscience as being science or actual natural science as being science? I can guarantee you they teach you pseudoscience as science by saying, oh, this planet and this, we know this is that scientifically proven. When you ask for a hypothesis, do you get one? Do you get experiment? No, you don't. Pseudoscience masquerading as science is not questioning things. It's teaching you to conform to what they call science.
Yeah.
Hey Hobbs, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. And Slip Radar, hey. Oh yeah, guys. Thank you, Michael, for reminding me. Guys, Chocolate Saiyan's got a fund going on. He really needs help. I do have it in the chat. The description, let me quickly get it up on screen. He really does require the funds. The description, let me thank you all for everybody that has already supported his GoFundMe because he's needed the money quite urgently. I'm going to stick it into the chat again. And then I also want to say thank you to everybody that's also, I mean, it's already got $1,170. So that's great. It's good to see that people are giving it. So please do go and support him if you can. He does need the funds quite urgently. So Chocolate's an awesome guy. I mean, even Rue have had supported him. So that tells you that he's well loved in the community. Please do go support him. And then I just want to say thank you to everybody that has already supported my wife's mom's hip replacement. It's at least growing, so thank you very much. You guys are awesome. He's already got to Q&A. Got WhatsApp on screen. Okay, let's get back. So guys, yeah, please do support Chocolate Saiyan. He does need people's help financially, and it is quite urgent. So thank you everybody if you can help, and even if you can just share it. That would be highly appreciated.
Okay, so what was there a question in there for me, or was that just
No. I skipped that. I stopped right before I said that. I was
and
wondering
would you like to go first with the questions, or do you want me to?
You go ahead.
I mean, I did give you the questions ahead of time, so I'm just going to go back to the list that I wrote, because I've been in so many debates with flat earthers that I've gone through all the points that I need to. There isn't any new evidence that I can present because it's all there.
I have never seen evidence presented by Craig, to be honest.
No.
He's made a lot of bold claims without any evidence backing up. He calls it evidence, but it's not evidence. I mean, let's take the ones where he said staring in the sky is science. His hypothesis is waiting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. Or making tea.
Yeah. That's them manipulating time, isn't it? Waiting.
It's crazy. I mean, I remember the first debate I had with him ever. this was like practically before I started doing live shows and all that, where he goes and he tells me we're talking about closed systems, and I'm telling me, okay, if Earth is a closed system, then how do you claim astronauts can leave? And he says because it can. He's literally saying because its energy can be transferred over and matter. I said, yeah, but closed systems only let energy through its boundaries, not matter. Well, he decides to bring up a citation and literally tells me, mate, they go through because the citation says energy goes through the boundaries. So he's literally saying energy and matter are the same thing, guys.
Wow.
Yeah. Hi Flataholics, thank you for coming. And Sam, it's good to see you for coming. Yep. Bold claims, then gish galloping is Craig's trademark. And he loves over talking in person when he's getting demolished, or to try obfuscate a point. So yeah, that's about it. Flataholic says, what you said was completely hogwash. Because of what kids are taught in science, they are able to go on in careers like chemistry, medicine, engineering, physics. Okay, Flataholics, tell me how you can validate that a planet can rain diamonds. That's considered science today. How do you validate that scientifically? Please go ahead, tell me, because that's what they teach you in school, don't they? Or they teach you about your molten iron core being magnetic, even though it's past its Curry point, and it spins in a different direction every 70 years. How do they get that scientifically validated? Tell us that. Hey Jolly Man, good to see you from coming. And identity verification, hey man, great to see you. Also, television, Spuddy, you are awesome, mate. Thank you for coming. So, where was I? Oh yeah, quoting FTFE, gravity is a force. It's mass attracting other masses. And yeah, 108 years out of date. Gravity is not a force. If you guys haven't watched my latest video, part 4 on Leslie Roher, it literally has Veritasium stating gravity is not a force, it's an effect.
It's whether you guys are willing to...
Curry point, Andrew. But yeah, curry point. Unfortunately, I can't eat hot foods because my stomach doesn't take it very well. But I do like curry, as long as it's not very hot though. Yeah, diamond is just carbon that's been pressurized. Exactly, Mediadon. But the question was, how can you validate scientifically that a planet is raining diamonds?
Even acknowledge that the evidence exists. And one that gets anybody quite angry that I talk to is the simple question of why isn't there any accurate flat?
Dala, mate. My UPS is starting to beep. I'll check you in a few other offline shot, man. Sucks about the load shedding. Great. Thank you for your support. I'll see you later on, mate.
Arguments. There is no flat map that accurately represents reality that you can follow at all, anywhere. They are all distortions of the world that we see. You know, for instance, if you look at the azimuthal equidistant projection map, Australia isn't 3 times the size of Canada.
Whoa. Did he just say... Wait, I've got to go back. I've got to make sure you're saying the right thing. And just to say, Sean says QE doesn't define its size. What's QE got to do with anything that I'm talking about? And by the way, he does. Literally, it's a method. Hey, Blue Moon, thank you very much for coming. Glad you could make it. And I just want to say, you're awesome, mate. Okay, let's go.
Than the world that we see. You know, for instance, if you look at the azimuthal equidistant projection map, Australia isn't 3 times the size of Canada.
No.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think there's any accurate maps at all. I mean, if you want to turn the globe into a map, assuming that's accurate, it's still going to get distorted in every different way. That's why there's all the different choices that have like 5 different ways that they distort it when they make it flat. And I mean, so I'm going to go ahead and take that one, and I'm going to take the, can I get the X? Give me a big X, because I don't know.
All right.
Okay, I don't understand why he's taking the X for that. Hey Lumpy, great to see you, man. And Plain Truth, it's good to see you. It's very apparent that he doesn't understand how maps work. There's not one map that is accurate. You do know that, Craig. That's why you have over 1,000 map globe projections. Because not one of them are accurate. Hey Psych Bear, thank you for coming. Good to see you. So it's very simple. Now, because you're trying to strawman a E-map, equidistral map, or let's say Gleason's or whatever, and saying it's distorting the continents, you are literally throwing away every single map in existence based on your globe as well, because there's over 1,000 map projections based on your globe. They all have distortions because it's impossible to map it out perfectly. Hey Brandon, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. And by the way, the AE map, the Gleason's map, is not a distance map. It is literally a longitude and time map. A latitude and time map, I think. That was it. So it's definitely not distances, and they will be distorted because it's not distance made. If the Earth is flat, there should be a map without distortion. Where is it? No, that's your claim, Sitting Bull. No one claims that it should be that way. If the Earth is a globe, there should be a map without distortion. How's that? Show us the globe map without distortion, please. Oh wait, you can't. That's why you got over 1,000 of them, and not one of them are accurate. Insane. Oh yeah, guys. By the way, I'm working on a video. Remember when Roof came and he did celestial navigation? Well, he did the updated with the Mercator map, and it was much more out than the Gleason's. It was 2,500 kilometers out, where the Gleason's map was only 540 kilometers out. And all navigators use the Mercator map, by the way. But yeah, I tried to explain to him what the issue is and why it didn't work out, but I'll have to make a video on it. Hey Tulin, thank you for coming. Great to see you. Thank you for coming. Okay, let's go on.
I get one point.
All the X's. I'm ready for the X's. So I stumbled across a tweet of yours from back in the day, and I wanted to ask you, you got your degrees and everything, but it seems like your career path has been pretty unusual.
Okay, Flataholics, tonight I'm not going to answer you. How's that? Because even the last stream, you literally just try to derail everybody the whole time. You're too much of a bloody coward to come in and actually talk. So how about I'm not going to answer you, but I'll just answer this one for you. Your Molten Iron core works on a dynamo. The dynamo idea. So yeah, if it's stopping spinning and spinning the other way around, your magnetic poles will switch. Hence, your bloody Earth will fall away. Learn how a dynamo works, mate. If you change the poles, you change the current. These idiots. Okay, let's carry on.
Well, like you had your video game job where, I mean, you played video games for a living, right? So I'm curious, how does it feel to need...
What games did he play what video games did he play though as a living? And he obviously wasn't very good at it if he's not doing it anymore. Because you would think he would keep with that rather, because, I mean, I've been watching people like Dr. Disrespect and, how about Ninja or whatever, and they play and they get a lot of money from it. Yeah. Because they're actually good at it. So why would he leave playing games to come and chat about Flat Earth constantly? Yeah. Exactly, Richard G. We'd be in big trouble if that happened. But these guys are too idiotic to understand the stories they spew is just nonsense. Hey, Debatable D, good to see you, mate. Dr. Disrespect is great, man.
Flat Earth to survive.
I don't need Flat Earth.
It's proper education. I mean, I think that you do to make a living.
That's just what I cover on YouTube at the moment. What I need to survive is my ability to be creative.
Okay. FTFE, let's... He says that's just what he does at the moment. How much years has
No,
he...
sorry, Spud. No, I haven't just woke up. I was the missus phoned, so I was answering the phone to her. Sorry.
When was his channel created? 2018. And he's literally been just doing flat earth. I'm sure he's just been doing flat earth since the beginning. What is about to say? I'm FTFE and I'm here to stop the stupid from spreading. I started my channel to fight the stupidity of flat earth. Chemtrail, okay, obviously he put more into, but yeah, his main thing is fighting flat earth. So that is, he's making my poll correct, guys. He relies on flat earth. So yes, 100% he relies on flat earth. No, he needs flat earth. Without flat earth, he wouldn't have a channel, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's as simple as that. That's what brings his income in. I just want to say, hey guys, good to see you. 54 people in. Please do hit the like button and share. It's great to see you all here.
Flat Earth exists.
Yes, it does. I agree. Flat earth exists. We can go home now, guys.
And that's, I don't think I can really change that. I can
No, you
help some
can't.
people from falling into the trap, but I don't need Flat Earth to survive. I need my ability to be creative.
Is that so? Can we give him a... guys, how about we give FTFE a challenge? Not to do any flat earth content for a whole 6 months. And we'll see how he would survive. Hey, Craig? Just create a video saying you're not going to do flat earth content for 6 months. Then go start another channel that's nothing flat related and see what happens after 6 months. We'll see how successful you are if you're going to be doing as good as you are with the flat earth. I mean, we've seen it over and over. Look at Not a Professor Dave. All his content that's getting the major views is flat earth. How about Dave McKeegan? All his content that's getting major views is flat earth. All the content creators that don't really do flat earth, that do flat earth, all the flat earth content is what's giving them the views.
Yeah, that's it. And the actual flat earthers ain't making anything off of it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if I really wanted to do this for the money, I could easily just lie and say, guys, I'm an ex-flat earther, and sorry, it's not true, and then I'll just get promoted all the time if I'm slugging off flat earth. But I'm not.
Exactly.
So I have to be censored and shadow banned and try and crawl up a ladder every back door alley you can.
Lucian said, without flat earth, ticks wouldn't have channels.
Yeah, the Arctic's correct. Yeah, Media Don, actually, flat earth is like a drug for all globies. We are at this point addicted to the entertainment. Yep. You guys are like masochists. Yeah, somehow flat earth is dying, Taylor, and the more and more we go through time, we see it's just getting more and more flat earthers, more content, and the more they're trying to attack it. Weird.
To survive, and I just happen to have chosen Flat Earth to kind of focus that around. It's a career path that I never expected I would take, and I just very much enjoy what I do. Yes, I do use Flat Earth as a base for my debunking, but that's because I think it's the most ridiculous thing ever.
Yeah. Weird how you don't debunk anything there. By the way, Craig, I'm still waiting for your refracted hand. And if McToon's watching this, I'm still waiting for you to tell me what the height of that flask was. Yeah. Oh, and not a Professor Dave, I'm still waiting for you to get back to me when we can have a debate. And Dave McKeegan the same. If Flat Earth is so dumb, why do we have to wait on you guys with everything?
And it's really good to laugh at. But no, I don't need Flat Earth to survive because Einstein said there's two things.
You don't need Flat Earth to survive. So you're going to take that challenge, 6 months without Flat Earth. Craig? No Flat Earth content for 6 months. But I mean, create a new channel, not flat Earth related, and well, obviously you've already got the support of all your trolls that's going to follow you over there. But we're going to see if it's going to give you the same as what you're getting now. I can guarantee you it won't.
You know, you get the comments that are held for review and you can show or hide. For some reason, it's not letting me show them. Every time I press show, it says error. So it's probably my tablet. But yeah. So if the ones that are saying show and hide ain't getting shown, I can't help it. It's not letting me do it.
Yeah, the walls in his house would have scratches all over the walls if he couldn't do flat Earth videos. Yeah, but that's the thing. These guys are addicted to flat Earth. The anti-flat Earthers literally sleep dreaming about flat Earth. I mean, they can't take it when people don't do flat Earth. I mean, look at that. I think there was a time when there wasn't really anything going on in the flat Earth. It was just going on normal. And they were literally begging what to do. They need new content. They were trying to figure out what are we going to do to be creative based on flat Earth, because there's nothing really going on. But yeah, now all of a sudden this flat Earth has got such a resurgence again. It's going hectic out, and now all of a sudden they are booming. Weird. Television. And Owen had mod problems today. Try timing me out, PJ. I don't want to time you out.
Okay.
I will. Okay. Error. Try again. Yeah, you
Who
can't.
said?
Yeah, television we
said-
can't. Yeah, something's wrong with
Okay.
the moderation today, guys.
Problems did. Right, I'll try timing them out.
I already did. It didn't work.
Yeah, no, it's not working. Nah. So it's not just me then. All right, cool. Oh well, no timeouts tonight, guys.
And Flataholics, your statement is placed on bigotry, not something to be proud of.
In the universe, there are infinite. Well, two things that are infinite: the universe and human stupidity. And
Hey, Mr. Scholar, thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Yes, I agree. There's human stupidity, Craig, and your projection is very well noted.
he wasn't sure about the universe. So there will always be stupid that I can debunk.
Always be stupid that he can debunk. The same guy that hardly understands any of the subjects he brings forth. Yeah, congratulations.
Whether it's young Earth creationism, stupid theists that take the religion completely out of context, 5G, chemtrails.
That would be interesting. Craig, what do you mean with theists that take religions totally out of context? Because I highly doubt you know really anything about religion. This guy is an atheist, correct? And I highly doubt he's ever read a Bible or a Quran or anything. So that would be interesting actually to have a debate on him about that. Craig, would you like to have a religion debate? Let me actually see how much you do know. Hey, Guns and everyone, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming.
There'll always be stupid that I can debunk. I don't need flat Earth. But it's funny.
You didn't want to have those conversations about the other things, like because.
I have done many times.
But you said you didn't want to. You said you'd like to focus on flat Earth back when that was proposed to you.
Yeah, I like flat Earth to discuss because I think it's the most fun and
right?
But I can talk about the other things, and I've done videos and stuff on them. So I mean, is that?
He's done videos on them, but how much has he done on them? This I gotta go do. Let's go check. Let's just go look through his channel and see what he's shown on other things. Okay. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. PhD Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. The most ridiculous Flat Earth. Flurfs. More on the internet. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Reason for going grey. I don't know. That's got to do with Flat Earth. Flurfs are idiots. Flurfs are idiots. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flurfs. Okay. Flat Earth.
And when they come here and they whinge about us talking about the globe, do you know what I mean? It just shows it's double-mindedness because all they talk about is flat.
Yeah, but they're hypocrites. That's all they do.
Yeah, exactly.
Flat Earth, Flat Earth, Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flat Earth, Flat Earth, Flat Earth, Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Hey, look, it's got a wormhole challenge. Okay, that's interesting.
Oh, challenge.
But that still falls under cosmology, so it would still fall under flat Earth. Are we getting the picture here, guys?
I mean, even down to why did this flat earther get arrested? You know, I mean, that's not even about flat Earth. It's about a flat earther.
I mean, we're sitting at 2 years ago, and 99% of it is still flat Earth. So yeah, FTFE. Just because you maybe have like 5 videos of like 700 videos you made or whatever that aren't flat Earth doesn't mean you can actually survive on those others.
Eduardo, loving this freedom.
I'm glad you can enjoy it, Andrew. Went to a stationary box today, found a bendy horizontal non-right angle triangle right next to the rulers. Yeah. Okay.
Is that really your question? You're not going to ask any questions about, you know?
Oh, I will.
eccentric
I will.
ones?
That was just my first 2 questions are kind of off the regular kind of question path, but then the ones about all the models and stuff, they come at starting at question 3. So if you want, I can get the next one out of the way. So then we're gonna only have the ones that are like.
So do I get a point there?
Sure. You get a point. You get all the points. I don't care. I don't need.
Yeah, you do.
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I don't need the points.
My second question to you, Landry, was, and it's one that I ask all the time as well. Why isn't there any measurements that show the Earth to be flat or stationary?
That's a lie.
And
Should we pick up something? Let's do this. By the way, Andrew, thank you for bringing this up for everybody. Where is it? Did we already go past it? No, we couldn't. Radar evidence that proved Earth to be flat. I'm looking for the Andrew Johnson. Come on, where's the Andrew Johnson? There we go, Andrew Johnston. Yeah. Let's see. Andrew, bring up.
The metrical survey of India between 1802 and 1871, which very famously was the first determination of the height of Mount Everest, which was done in 1847. So is that wrong? Is the question. Here is France's situation between 1818 and...
Yeah, so if you guys haven't already, do watch this debate with Andrew Johnston, where he comes and presents 4,000 kilometers of horizontal surface distance. Keyword here, horizontal surface distance. There's measurements for you, FTFE. And how about whenever someone picks up a sextant, they are measuring flat. Or when somebody doesn't pick up rotation, because even Einstein says no optical instrument will ever be able to pick up rotation. So yeah, stationary and horizontal. Or how about Mage? Thanks, Mr. Sensible, for debunking Coriolis and Earthspin, because the balloon literally didn't rotate different to the Earth, because if it was rotating, it would have been in the ocean, because it was what, over 3 hours long in the sky? It showed no deviation whatsoever, no Coriolis. Or how about where he also showed the curve is just optical, because even his rectilinear lens distorts. Hence why I even had McToon call me a wife beater, because I showed rectilinear lens distorts. So yeah, All flat earth measurements, FTFE, so that's just a plain lie. Hey Matthew Hall, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Better Than Gold says, I found kittens on my front doorstep driving to get milk and feed. Wow. Hectic, mate.
Oh, shame.
I hope you find good homes for them. Because, yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people, they breed dogs and cats and stuff, and they can't look after them.
Yeah, I know. They think it's a good idea at the time, and then they don't want to pay to get rid of them, so they just dump them inside the road or something, don't they? Which is awful.
Yeah. Exactly, Matthew Hall. You cannot talk about the height of mountains. Like the Alberuni method. He used the triangle from a horizontal baseline. Ouch. Yeah, exactly, Jolly Man. It's not even a globe, it's a blade. They also forget that.
And I mean something very specific when I say that. I mean that you can literally use the measuring devices that are designed to do something to measure the Earth has a...
Mr. Andrew, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Element. Michael saying self-debunk. Image. Here we go. Eduardo, horizontal control doesn't mean flat. It means distance across the surface. Oh. Tell me you don't know how you contradict yourself without telling me. Horizontal control doesn't mean flat. What does horizontal mean? Flat. Level line. It just means distance across the surface. So a horizontal distance across the surface. 4,000 kilometers, by the way. No curve. Ouch. Congratulations for debunking yourself. Thank you, Michael, for bringing that up. Yeah. That's sad.
curve. And you can use many different experiments in the known laws of physics to show that the Earth is rotating. Whenever there's any measurement done.
What measurements is he talking about with Earth rotation? Do you know of any measurements that show Earth rotation?
I've never heard of any.
I mean, they even have the great Einstein saying you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah. He was convinced there was, but he says any observation, no matter what, will never be able to see it or measure it. Not see it, sorry, measure it.
Mr. Anna says citation for horizontal equal flat. Parallel to the plane of the horizon, right angles to the vertical. That's flat. Horizontal. What does horizontal mean? Parallel to the ground or the bottom of the edge of something. Draw a horizontal line across the bottom of the page. Keep patent on it with the feet raised. Tell me again how you get a not flat horizontal. And it's weird how they keep telling, oh, there we go. Horizontal, flat or level, parallel with the ground. Should I, can I be any more specific? You need more citation? AXB, blacklist, yeah, exactly, a curved horizontal. It's crazy. Literally, flat or level, parallel with the ground. And the ground was supposed to be surface, horizontal control. Keep reading, okay. Something is a horizontal that goes across level to the ground rather than up or down. Horizontal drilling has given oil industry the way to extract oil from places where it was almost impossible. Relating, okay, horizontal organization, horizontal management system. What am I supposed to be reading apparently? Yeah, it literally made my point, so thank you very much. Yep, level is described as a flat expanse, Derek. I also want to know, how can something be parallel to the ground and is horizontal and expected to curve?
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't exactly. Hey,
I mean,
Audio Oracle.
you can have parallel to a curve, but not if it's horizontal.
Mate, we're going to go to the beautiful paint. People keep on asking me, why are you using paint? A graphic designer that uses paint. I say, yeah, why must I pay for Corel Draw or Photoshop when I can go down to these crayon munchers level for a program that's free?
Absolutely.
I mean, why must I pay for something when I can have it for free? Okay, guys, this is a horizontal line, correct? No one can dispute that. Now, what does the definition say? Parallel to the surface. So what does that make the surface? Oh, horizontal. Parallel, horizontal to the surface. So the surface is horizontal too. Hey Gary Wabenga, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. So yeah, so that's parallel to the surface. Now, is this parallel to the surface? No. Thank you very much.
Ever to try and
No.
determine the shape of the Earth.
Hey QNF, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming in. Glad you could make it. I see you got a video premiering soon.
Earth. The
Wrong.
measurement
That's
shows.
that's a myth.
Wait, hold on. Let me finish. Whenever there's a proper scientific measurement done,
Scientific measurement. So okay, so he's going into science now. I wonder what scientific measurement he's going to cite for us, so we can go and look this scientific measurement up.
using the correct tools, it always shows that the Earth is curved and rotating. There has never been a measurement to suggest that the Earth is flat and stationary.
We just brought up Andrew's presentation, which showed it 4,000 kilometers of horizontal surface distance.
QNP saying Sean's streaming you live. I'm saying he usually blooming is.
Yeah, it's all he does. Because he streams to his what, maybe 9 followers?
Yeah. He sometimes hits a double figure.
Yeah, sometimes. Well, he usually gets double figures when he streams me, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gary Wabenga, yeah, PhD Tony is not as smart as what he thinks. Definitely not. Horizontal does not mean flat. You lie horizontal in bed. You are not flat. I just literally had definition on for you, Flataholics. Hey, Carol. Well, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. And I got an idea for any anti-flat earth here. Go to a school or any educational system and go tell the the teacher horizontal's not flat. I can guarantee they're going to laugh you out the room.
Mm-hmm.
None at all throughout history ever. Why is that?
It's not true. I mean, there's
Exactly, it's not true. He's literally lying. So, Craig, this is when you're supposed to be citing us these scientific measurements. By the way, how do you have scientific measurements without having science?
Hey, dude, I know you refuse to see them and you misinterpret.
Q and freeze. I'll make my horizontal walls flat, lol. Horizontal walls. You get it? You get the guys? Oh, man, that's a good one.
With the both of the horizon, I know that you refuse to look into the curve calculator at certain things where we can see too far.
No, I don't.
You have this authoritative way of speaking where you think that you can just say it because your fans all believe you that it's true. But there's been measurements of both not super conclusive of either. There's a lot that we don't know, and what we do know is that that is a lie that they all prove that the Earth is spinning. That is like there's stuff written says that it's true, but you can say that all you want. But I know there's many.
What measurements are you talking about? Because I've asked for these measurements so many times. What measurements are there?
You'd find them. If you were actually looking for them, you'd find them.
I have looked. I've spent every day for the past 3 years looking for measurements of the Earth being flat.
That's a lie. He's literally come on my show asking for it, and I've told him about them.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but like I said, this is what he does, though. All the anti-flat earthers, they make a claim, like he said. You heard him making a positive claim, scientifically measured. Has he given any citation or anything to back that claim up? No, now he's trying to reverse the burden onto this guy. Yeah, 65 people watching, that's great. Please guys do hit that like button and share, as it does help to get the show out to a wider audience. Hey Brian Stabley, thank you for coming, mate. Glad you could make it. It's always good to see you in chat. Yeah guys, if you haven't already, do please subscribe to Brian. He's got awesome content on the Mandela effect. And yeah, I can't wait to see, because he was on McToon today.
Oh yeah.
So I
Right.
can't wait to download it to listen to it at work. I think it would be an awesome stream. But I can probably tell you McToon just did his usual self. Nuh-uh.
No doubt.
QNV says, yesterday FTFE was confronted on the tides and then he went for a piss. Yeah, the moon was giving gravitational pull to him.
And whenever you do a measurement, it's not flat and it's rotating. There isn't any measurements to suggest otherwise. Oh,
Okay, let's put it this way. How would you measure something stationary? PJ, would you know how you would measure something stationary?
How you would measure something stationary?
Yeah.
As it being, how you would measure something being still?
Yeah.
Just by observation, by feeling it, I suppose.
I mean, think about it. I want to know if something's moving or not. Well, you start off by observing. You don't see it moving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing's. You can put something on there that can roll if it moves, or put some kind of reference on it to see if it's moving.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if nothing's moving, then nothing's moving. But how do you measure that it's not moving? Anything you put there will just show zero.
Trick question. Then I was like, what? What was he?
So that's quite of a nonsensical statement from him.
Mm.
Globers never played Jenga, exactly, Carl. If they played Jenga, they would know the Earth's definitely not moving. But I mean,
Yeah.
this is what I was trying to explain to the guys Monday night. By the way, that Shane guy, I can't find him on YouTube to unblock him, and I can't find him in my Discord to message him to tell him. He's just literally disappeared. That Globe Turd guy, whoever was on.
Mm.
I can't find him. So if you are watching the Shane, please message me, because I do want to unblock you, but I can't seem to find you to unblock you. So yeah, anyway, back to like I was trying to explain to them, when it came to the rotation, you can't pick it up. There's nothing to pick up. It's as simple as that. And when it comes to feeling rotation, you would feel it. I mean, 1,000 miles per hour is definitely not slow. Just because you guys think it's not slow is just you guys ignoring it.
Mm.
They usually do false equivalents, like say, oh, but it's 1 revolution per day, so it's like an ant on a spinning ball, and look how slow it is. You can't even see it rotating. Yeah, but take the rim velocity, then you see a difference. You would remember, a rim velocity will be from point A to point B in a allotted time. And 480 meters a second is bloody fast. Exactly, Derek Nelson. Focal spaceships have to be artificially propelled, otherwise they would never move. Mm-hmm.
It's stupid, isn't it? It just defeats the purpose altogether, doesn't it?
Yep.
Artificially propelled.
Yeah, Tung, this test too. The mod tools are broken today, unfortunately. Dart, my day job. I'm a qualified spray painter. But what's that got to do with anything?
There's people not doing actual measurements, like trying to use a laser over water to measure curve. You know, just
let me get straight. He's saying people are not trying to do actual measurements, trying to use lasers over water to measure curve? It's very simple. If they use the laser and the laser gets to another point that's not supposed to be there, it proves that it's not curved. Simple as that.
Yeah.
But the straw man they usually get is, oh, you guys don't think about refraction. Refraction bends the down. And then I ask people like Craig, okay, show me your refracted hand argument, because you're claiming it refracts in the same medium, while they're ignoring when they take a fish tank with salt or sugar water, it's going through a boundary, aka incident angle changing, and hitting through another medium, more than one medium. Our atmo is not more than one medium, is it? The only way you're going to have more than one medium is usually when there's water vapor, or if there's some kind of extra medium going, because we have cycles. But it's definitely not going to do what they claim it to do, and especially so uniformly bent. I mean, like Bob claiming the other night that you can see the back of your own head.
Yep, he said that. He certainly said that.
Mm-hmm. Yep, unmanned claims prove we don't move. Exactly. A beam through a medium is not the same as sunlight. 100% agree, Quinfy. 100%.
You completely ignoring refraction. That's not a correct way to measure. And then looking at a photo and going, oh, well, that's 500 miles away. That's not measuring.
No, that's calculations, but you do have a deduction based on calculations, like the black swan, which you guys try and ignore, where we have the horizon much further away than you needed to on your globe. And the other one where I love pointing out where it's still blocking the platform and yet the horizon is behind it. So how can the horizon block the platform while the horizon is still behind the platform? And their geometric horizon is not supposed to be that distance.
Mm.
So yeah.
You've done both of those things live on your channel as proof of your side, dude.
No, I've not.
Better Than Gold Lotion is in chat. Lotion, Better Than Gold would love to invite you onto his stream sometime. Get a hold of him. That'll be great to watch, actually. Definitely.
Yes, you have. Get with it, man. You do that.
When have I used laser measurements over water as a measurement?
You pulled up Garrett's experiment and you said, look, this proves that it's a globe.
That wasn't over water, and it wasn't a laser.
Whoa. Jaren, I think he's talking about the Behind the Curve nonsense mockumentary.
Oh.
That was a laser. They used the laser, did they not?
Yeah, ring laser, was it?
No, we're talking about Jaren, not Bob.
Oh, right, okay, sorry. Oh, yeah, I know which one you're on about now. Yeah, it was a laser, yeah.
Use the laser.
Yeah.
Trying to see if they can show us. Shocking
I
light
just
experiment.
said ring laser, didn't I? That's too. I can't believe I just said that. I didn't mean to say that. Ring laser. I meant ring spiral. Wow. PJ, put your thinking cap on it.
Okay, rotates, but I'm looking for where they talk about, because I'm as far as I know it was a laser. From the gyroscope. I think everyone knows it's flat. Okay. There, powered laser. There we go.
Yeah.
Campeller device experiment involving 3 points at the same height and a high-powered laser. Laser. Do you know what a laser is, FTFE? And literally, if you're next to the water or on top of the water, doesn't change the refraction, mate. Especially because they did it at night. Yeah. What happens at night? The air is cooler. You get more refraction at night than the day.
That's not very nice, Sean.
Which Sean? I don't see Sean.
Oh yeah, it's because it's I can't show it anyway, but he says it plain truth. God hates liars. God hates you. That's not
Wow.
very nice.
Wow. That's
But it's not showing anyway. It's not showing.
but that's usually people that don't have any arguments usually come to that.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, so let's quickly break it down. Jaren's not an experiment that he called experiment, was actual bogus nonsense. Everybody knows how I feel about Jaren. And
Yeah.
I still stand by my word that he literally was on purpose with that. If you know you're going on a huge Netflix documentary kind of thing, you're going to have CNC cut boards. You're going out before the time to test it. You're going to make sure everything works 100%. And you're going to do your homework, make sure everything aligns perfect. Problem 1, red flag 1. He stood next to water with a laser. Problem 2, he cut out those boards that looked like he did it 5 minutes before the thing, like a dog's breakfast. Like, he literally quickly had to cut it out because he didn't have time to. Secondly, how did they align those boards to make sure they are totally aligned? And thirdly, he stood with a laser pointer. Do you know how difficult it is to pinpoint a laser pointer to another source from a distance? And I mean, really, it was sad. I wonder if they would be able to show images of it. Yeah, there we go. 23 inches. So, 8 feet apparently, and it was 5.6, 3.88 miles apart. That's quite a distance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To shine a laser with your hand. So you didn't even have a jig to just hold the laser at the full, complete 0 degree angle. What does that tell you? I'm sorry, it's insane. So, how does it feel to know we can debunk a flat earther that's acting like a flat earther? He's not really a flat earther, guys, and I stick to that.
Yes, it was, and
No, it wasn't. It was along the shoreline. It was next to a level bit of water, which is how he concluded to himself.
Also true, plain truth. Why do we have to defend a Netflix production? We don't. We just have to clarify to them what rubbish it is because it's a mockumentary. It was literally there to make Flat Earth look bad. And Jaren was one of the guys that literally pushed onto it. Because like I said, if you really are so clever and you're going to go through all these things and make sure it's right.
Cool.
Not make something that looks like a dog's breakfast.
Especially when it's up, you're up against it. Do you know what I mean? When the whole world's against you. Do you know what I mean? You've got to make sure you get your facts right.
Yeah. QNV says this was a fake debate. I don't think this was the debate though. I think he just came on to talk to him, to ask him questions, because he actually wanted to get to PhD Tony. But yeah, like I said, that mockumentary thing, it's sad. I mean, the same with Bob's gyro. Where have they even shown him ever using it? There's no data for it, nothing, so what does that tell you? Flataholics, where were the holes not lined up? They literally show him taking, before the time, how they doing and they're cutting it out with a knife. Have you ever tried to align something perfectly by cutting it out with a knife quickly in cardboard or whatever they were cutting it into? I can guarantee you, if someone really wants to, they can go and redo that with the right way and they would get it correct like it's supposed to be.
That it would be level to the Earth's surface, be it a sphere or flat. And he didn't use a laser, he just shone a torch to see if he could see the light. And that wasn't really a measurement, it was a test of a shape or not.
What I mean by a line, the word align is self-explanatory, is it not?
Of course it is.
Oh, I can't believe it. Do I have to literally go draw this again? Okay. Flat, guys. Flat. Okay. He's got boards. Just gonna place 3 or whatever. It literally just rough. Because you're gonna do it like him, dog's breakfast. Now he's cut out roughly a hole, and roughly a hole, and hoping they line up 100%. Does that mean now it's lined up 100%? No, that doesn't. He's just roughly placed it there. Wait. And we all know what happens with a laser at far distance. If anybody has ever used the laser before at far distance will know. I mean, we've seen videos literally where that people just go from one shoreline to another, and they have to say go a bit left, go a bit right, go a bit up, go a bit down, and they struggle for like an hour or two to get it aligned to their camera. Include fake refraction. Exactly, QNP. Terrestrial reflection is not actual refraction, guys. They straighten out the globe to call it refraction. So they literally change the radius. But yeah, we're gonna say the fake reflection. We're gonna make it curve. Oh wait, we have to do it this way. Let's first put an eye, the guy's eye. Boop, boop. Okay, there is eye. Now, he's well, no, it can't do an eye. It's supposed to be a laser pointer. Okay, now we're holding a laser pointer. He's just holding it up. I mean, the guy's just standing here. Jaren's just standing here. And hoping that it's aligned up with the holes. Oh, wow. Let's try to do this. Let's shoot the laser through. It's hitting on the top here. That's hitting on the side there. It's hitting. How do you know it's going to go through? Let's try it again. Okay, let's try. Oh, wait. Now it's, you see, if he's depends how he's holding the laser. I mean, he could be holding it like this and think it's horizontal. He didn't even have a level for the thing.
Big old laser if he's holding it with 2 arms flat.
Yeah, I'm just giving an example. Obviously. But I mean, I'm just giving an example. The guy didn't even check that his laser was level. He didn't check the holes were all cut exactly the same. The boards were exactly the same. He didn't even check that they were situated on the ground the same. I mean, if you are a certain distance apart from one point to another, the ground has indentations and things. Just because we call it flat earth doesn't mean there's no such thing as topography.
Yeah.
It's very simple. There is such thing as topography on a flat earth, guys. So there's just too much red flags for this guy to say, yeah, he took it serious. And I'm more than happy to debate Jaren on the subject. It's an impossible experiment, exactly, Quinfy. And it was an experiment because it was a demonstration. The guy doesn't even have a hypothesis.
Yeah.
When you want a measurement, it's a measurement, but when it's a test, it's a...
No, I don't really claim that it's a measurement. I say that it's a demonstration that the measurements are correct, because then I use that as a demonstration, but then I can go to all the measurements to back that up. And
Taylor, Spuddy says there was a tree branch in the way. They couldn't see it because in the dark. Only realized it the next day. Wow. And that wasn't... Kieran says Jaren faked his laser test 6 years ago and Lover's Point. But Jaren loves to fake stuff. He loves to make flat earthers look dishonest and stupid. It's like he's going out of his way to do this. I mean, look how he's even now going, trying to attack God and the Bible. And the points he literally brings up is like streets of gold. Paved or streets of gold, which the Bible never says. Stupid stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he told me heat doesn't boil water. He told me the container causes the
container.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
What a moron. But yeah. So yeah, Jaren's definitely the last guy I would ever go to trust on anything.
If you go to mctoon.net/r or mctoon.net/curve, there is tons of actual measurements.
What? McToon has actual measurements. Okay, let's go. Wow, 64 people watching. That's great, guys. Please do 65. Please do make sure you all hit that like button and subscribe if you do like. McToon. McToon. Okay, here we go. Let's go look for these so-called measurements. Where will we get this? Flat Earth Rock globally is censoring people being... Alan Nordstrand. Alan, you made it on the list. We're just going to check this out. Alan has some excellent videos showing bottom obstruction of a distant island over water. Here's such a video. Here is a still from the video where the island is partially obstructed, or maybe if Earth is flat, the island is flooded. I have commented on this video. At 2:20, why is the rest of the island underwater? Are there news reports of the severe flooding, blah blah blah, whatever rubbish. But for some reason, this comment no longer shows up. I have tested another comment showing the comments do not appear. It seems Alan has chosen to censor me, banning whatever. As far as I know, no, Alan, he doesn't censor anybody. So let's watch the video and quickly debunk this, shall we?
Alright. Here's the...
By the way, guys, do subscribe to Alan Nordstrand. Really awesome. Lighthouse, 27 kilometers away in Denmark. That's quite a distance.
Marley Beach. As you can see, it's cloudy, not the greatest condition. It's been in the last couple of weeks, so not able to film the island, which is out there somewhere. 27.5 kilometers away. And I can see it with a telephoto lens. This is 2 times on my iPhone. Can't see it. Definitely not today. All the way out. 360. Alright, we're down here on the Rubby Beach. I've got the monster camera out, and we're about 4 to 5 feet off the ocean. Pretty good.
I just have to stop this here. Alan, do you think you would get the same the same kind of observation if you didn't use that lens? Definitely not. Globers don't get that, do they? The resolution limits.
Waves today, so I can't lower too low. And let's see if we can find this island 27 kilometers away. Alright, try this again. This is one extender. This magnification. Now I can run the image stabilization, which will help. So there she is. 27 kilometers away.
God, just for the music, you never know. Wow. Does McToon think this now is Earth curve? Is that what McToon's claiming? This is Earth curve, guys. McToon, sorry to tell you, this is not Earth curve, mate. It's simply angles, limiting angles. been explained many times, many demonstrations, and you can literally see miraging effects on the edge there as well. But then again, McToon doesn't understand optics. He still thinks orthographic view shows perspective. Yep, Scientology. Scientism. They are lies. So, McToon, you made a claim now because you see that, therefore it is now Earth curve. You know what the burden of proof means? Yeah, the burden of proof is on you to prove that's Earth curve. You know what we can do? We can demonstrate that that's not supposed to be shown on your globe. Hey Penny Lane, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Glad you can make it. Jay Watt, good to see you. Thanks for what he says. Amazon starts at elevation 7,900 feet and runs north 4,000 miles down to zero elevation. That's over 1,004 miles of curvature. Whatever. The Amazon runs 4,000 kilometers of zero curvature. I don't know where you get your information from. Flatswood, there's an atmospheric pressure lab at the uni near me. I'm going to go investigate. Yeah, that would be awesome. If you can do something like that, that would be great. Yeah, we can use their own tools to debunk the globe. Agreed. Okay, so how is this explained? Well, simple. Let's go to my channel again. Don't know how much time I have to show this to people. Bottom-up obstruction, guys, is all on a flat surface. I mean, even here, if you checked here, just by the compression of this, I'm going to show this. I would actually like Dave McKeegan to do this, because he has got more than one camera with different lenses and everything. Dave McKeegan can literally do this demonstration himself. Sorry, I'm just waiting for the adverts.
Really awesome with content, and I do really would advise anybody who's interested in photography and things to subscribe to them. Very, very awesome content.
I agree.
And you've got to stay still, okay? You mustn't move. You see,
This is his daughter. She's going to be the subject, and they're going to be in relation to, with focal length and distances to the tower, well, the church in the background. So this in relation to Blackwell Tower is going to...
Okay, I'm just going to forward it so we can show, because if you want to watch the full video, it's in chat for you guys.
Is I'm going to double my distance. What's double 1 meter?
Okay, double the distance.
They're doubling the distance. Okay. Because I'm definitely not going to go through the whole 12-minute video right now.
That was a good video, that.
Yeah, I mean, it literally showed the differences with just in the focal length alone.
Yeah, definitely.
If it would load now. It's showing bottom obstruction due to the compression of focal length lenses. Debatable, that's what this showed. And a lot of the times, the lens you use just magnifies the limiting angle, and it gives the appearance that it's dropping below the horizon. That's what it showed. You really have to download it just to show a picture.
Looks closer, and look at the...
Oh, there we go.
Compression.
There we go. Okay, that's just the compression, but that's not where I want to show. I want to get to where it's showing. I think it's, yeah, where I showed, yeah. It should load now. Usually when I go through, when I change the awesome, then it changes. But guys, do go watch it when you do have time, because it really is worth it. Bottom compression, that's sneaky selective property. No, it's literally demonstrated and explained many times. We do have what you call bottom obstruction. Oh, there we go. Okay. So this was done by the 12 millimeter and this is the 200 millimeter. Exactly the same elevation, same distance. What's the differences do you guys see here? Remember, it's the same distance, same elevation. Only difference is he's using a 12 millimeter here and a 200 millimeter here.
Sure.
Look how compressed the ground is relative. This yellow line signifies the horizon, you would say. Look where it's sitting here with the 200 mil compared to where it was there.
Yeah.
Look at the top of that pole. It's here by her shoulders almost, and here it's under her waist.
Yeah.
The head's exactly the same. The feet are the same. The magnified, you understand? It looks like look here, you can literally see the white line in the back. That's mountains in the distance, hills. Do you see it here in the right? You don't. And this is just caused by the focal length. That's it. Just focal length made this. So if anybody can come and tell me, oh, it's earth curve, this debunks that 100% and showing that people have no clue that it's just optical. It's because of the foreshortening effect, guys. Thank you very much. Yeah, but the horizon is behind her, Flataholics. You see that? The curve would be behind her.
What's her feet got to do with it?
And you can't see her feet, by the way.
Yeah, you can't.
She's wearing boots. She's wearing boots higher than her ankles. So yeah, I just had to show that. So I would love Dave McKeegan to do that demonstration for people, because he has a few different cameras and lenses that he can actually go and do this for people.
Done by professionals that show that the Earth is curved.
Dude,
And there isn't any recorded measurements that show it not to be curved.
4,000 kilometers of horizontal surface distance.
That's not true, man.
It
You
is
can say
true.
it. Just because you say it doesn't make it true.
Let's say it all together, everyone. Personal incredulity.
What would you consider a measurement of rotation?
I would love to feel it.
That's not a measurement. Feeling something isn't a measurement. And you don't.
Feeling something is a measurement. Would you be able to measure something by feeling it? I think because if you can feel it, you would know it's moving, so you'd be able to measure it.
I suppose it's a type of measurement, yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, there's no units or anything involved in it, but...
But you are able to know there's movement. So that's...
Yeah.
It's observing movement, so you can sort of measure it, yeah.
Don't feel constant motion. Those are just things that.
Constant motion. Where do we have constant motion? Kryptonite Physics. For all the people that haven't watched, do go and subscribe to Kryptonite Physics, as explains why it's not constant. Yeah, let's go. Really awesome stuff, guys.
Welcome back to Kryptonite Physics. Our subject today is relative motion and inertial reference frames. What is relative motion? We can say it is motion measured relative to another point. That point may be fixed or in motion. You are walking through the fair with a friend in the same direction at the same speed, 2 miles per hour. Relative to the ground, both of you are walking at 2 miles per hour.
Do subscribe to
Relative to each other,
Kryptonite Physics,
you
guys.
are not moving.
It destroys globe physics. Really, really well done.
If you speed up to 3 miles per hour, You will be traveling at 3 miles per hour relative to the ground, but only 1 mile per hour relative to the other person. Relative motion is measuring those differences.
Hey Natalie, vegan, good to see you.
Look at this fairground ride. Its track is very long, level, and straight. On the track is a rotating platform with several seats for riders and a large perspex dome to protect us from the weather. You and your friend, sitting together, get on the ride. The ride isn't rotating yet. It is just traveling along the track at a constant velocity of 4 miles per hour. The ride is an inertial reference frame. If the velocity of the ride stays constant, all the riders will have the same experience as being on ride C. That is not moving at all. This is the same as you would be in a train that's traveling at a constant velocity.
Exactly, Jolly Man. But I think
the ride stops,
the one I want to
it
show
just rotates. You are now moving at a tangential velocity.
But this is just trying to show, I want to show the ones where he shows the speed change. I think it will show, yeah. Oh yes, here we go.
From 0500 hours in the morning to 1200 hours midday. Tangential velocity is 1000 miles per hour.
Pay attention
Translation
to these,
velocity
guys.
is 67,000 miles per hour. You can use this vector addition tool to check the numbers. Your velocity will always be the sum of both velocity vectors. This is basic physics.
Not a constant speed.
At 0500 hours your resultant velocity will be 67,270 miles per hour. Then 67,010 miles per hour at 0600 hours. And so on for
I was going to say, television, is that ice in the north? Yeah. Weird how Google Earth doesn't have it. Literally, Simon debunked himself with that video. Brian Stavely brought it up with about the announcement with the Mandela effect, and he literally debunked himself. And Michael did an awesome thing. Yeah, Q&F did awesome visualizations on here. Definitely well worth it to subscribe, guys.
Reach hour.
Okay, let's do this. We don't even have to go further. Are these constant speeds? Craig, are these constant speeds, Mr. Physics guy? You know your physics, correct? You should know that the tangential speed changes. So tell me, are these constant speeds? I mean, that's quite a difference. You would feel those differences. Because vector keeps changing direction. And this is only on the one rotation. Now imagine all the other rotations with the other vectors. This proves without a doubt Earth is not rotating. And based on this, your focal pendulum rubbish would show different rates of rotation at the same latitude because tangential speed will change. But we don't see it. You know why? Because it's a man-made gimmick. Very simple.
your velocity on the journey around the sun would be constantly changing.
Yeah, Debatable, he'll make a video on it. That's why I'm talking straight to him. Craig does watch my content. And if he wants to, he can always come and discuss it as well live. Done it a few times.
At 1200 hours, your velocity is 66,000 miles per hour.
Yeah, we should call it the fraud occult from now on. I think we should call it the fraud occult. Because think about it. If you got a... I don't know if I'll be able to draw it now. Mr. Paint. With a focal pendulum. Okay, this is now from the top view, guys. And they got their focal pendulum swinging left to right, you know, whatever. And every degree it's going to, you know, it's supposed to rotate and hit at a, because they put the dominoes, you know, that kind of thing. But anyway, as they go and they do this, now with latitude, with the tangential speed, it's going to change on every point of that circle of arc. So if it's having a certain speed this way, it's going to have a different speed that way and a different speed that way. Yet, based on the focal pendulum, it stays exactly the same right around for the whole 24 hours. Why? Because it is a man-made gimmick. It's a parlor trick. It's not measuring Earth rotation. Do you guys get that? Very simple stuff. The math literally debunks what you guys would think would to be constant speed. It's not constant. So anti-flat earthers, stop making bullshit up and saying it's a constant. It won't be constant. Therefore, you would feel, yes, literally feel the difference. You would be able to measure the distance. You can't measure the difference. You can't measure it because it's not rotating. Simple as that. Oh, we didn't even check through all that with McToon yet. Alan says he feels honored being on his list. Yeah. It's good to be on his list. Sleeping Warriors on, Quantum Eraser, Carl Adams, Big Queen Star, don't know that is. The Rapster, Jeffrey Rogers, and Paul Wellington. Okay, let's see. Bible says the Earth is a globe. Oh, that's a quite interesting one. That will probably get onto another one. Einstein confirmed Newton. Highly doubt that. Empirical confirmation of relativity. We have the sun in the sky and people know a lot about it. No, you don't know anything about the sun. You only have assumptions and begging the question, circle jerking, affirming the consequent fallacies. The Earth rotates and there is ample evidence. Okay, that's evidence. Let's see. Foucault's pendulum, which we literally just debunked. Literally just now showed a debunk of the Foucault pendulum. He says the oldest method you can do yourself for a small budget of Foucault's pendulum you can see is these many museums. I've got, in South Africa, we've got 4 places that's supposed to show the Foucault pendulum working, and not one of them are functional. Not one. So he says the pendulum rotates while swinging. No, the pendulum never rotates. The pendulum is literally a forward and backwards motion. It can't rotate. Then it's not a pendulum. You understand that? So already showing people you don't know what a pendulum is. A pendulum only has one movement, forwards and backwards. There's no rotation in a pendulum.
No.
The rotation is about once a day at the North Pole and decreases as latitude is further south until you get equator where it doesn't turn. I'm close to the equator and yet they're supposed to be having Foucault's pendulums here. So why would they have it here if it doesn't turn? Weird stuff. Then south of the equator it rotates, other direction increasing speed it goes further. Okay, amount of time pendulum takes, rotate rule, whatever. But like I said, you literally have your rotating pendulum, as you put it, it would change rates based on the tangential speed around the 24-hour revolution, and it doesn't. Why? Because they literally have to mechanically cause it to keep oscillating. That oscillations based with the pivot is what causes the rotation, not Earth rotation. Okay. He says 12 measurements of rotation of Earth. Okay, let's go see this. How to detect the Chandler and annual wobble of the Earth with one large ring laser gyroscope. The sensitivity and stability of a large ring gyroscope has improved dramatically, and now we are able to directly measure the combined effect, the Chandler and annual wobble freely rotating Earth. Okay, let's go read this. Hey INFE, good to see you, mate. Glad you can make it. That's actually a good point. If we use an east to west motion on your pendulum, then it should not be moving. Yeah. Okay, they say, how do you detect the Chandler and annual wobble of Earth with a large ring laser gyro? Well, I don't know anybody that owns a large ring laser gyroscope. Do you? It's quite difficult to get a hold of one. Okay, well, because you need a lot of money. We demonstrate a 16 meter squared helium neon ring laser gyroscope with sufficient sensitivity and stability to directly detect the Chandler wobble of the rotating Earth. The successful detection of both the Chandler and the annual wobble is verified by comparing the time series of a ring laser gyro measurement against the CO4 series. The Earth rotation data from the International Earth Rotation and Reference System Service. So they're taking information from a ring laser gyro and referencing it to a Earth rotation reference system surface. Okay. This is just the abstract. Can we have the actual article? Is this the article? Let's go. Okay, there we go. Nope. Okay, I don't. It would help if you actually have the whole full articles to read. But I'm definitely going to look more on this because a ring laser gyro doesn't pick up rotation. A ring laser gyro holds a reference, aka a plane, to a rigid space. That's it. So if it was set horizontally, it just holds that plane in space of rigid body. It doesn't pick up rotation of any kind. It's not meant to pick up rotation. Hey Ace Traders, Trades, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Slip Radar says, our lights are off. Dude, nothing's working here. I don't know what you mean with that, but okay. Let's see what else McToon has here. Dwayne Kellum, oh yeah, awesome stuff. The horizon does not rise to eye level. It rises relative to eye level. I think we should actually do a stream going through all this stuff. I think we'll do that at a stage. But yeah, there we go. This literally debunks their claim that Earth is moving, and the Foucault's pendulum would literally show this to be fake. Even the yacht frost effect, guys, would be shown to be fake. Okay, let's carry on with this video.
You know, there is nothing in your body that is designed to feel a constant motion.
Nothing in your body to feel constant motion. Tell me again, if someone's blind, how the hell do they know they're moving? If they're even on a train or a bus or a car or a plane or anything, they know they're moving. You have vibrations in your eardrums that cause you to know you're moving, Craig. Maybe we can pick it up because I don't know the scientific word for it, as you like to put it. How do your eardrums know you are moving? Like actual tiny drums, these vibrating membranes created small sounds which the microphones could detect. That's how they showed the eardrums oscillations match the direction and strength of your eyes movements. They also found that the eardrums start to wobble at 10 milliseconds before the eyes. Your eardrums feels rotation, movement. Craig? So the oscillations makes you know you're moving.
Yeah, it's just not something that happens.
Vestibular, there we go, plain true. That's the word I was looking for.
Of course, there's stuff like your whole body feels motion.
No, your body feels acceleration. Your body does not feel a constant motion. Your body feels a change in velocity over time and an acceleration. That's what your body can feel.
Okay, this is another claim from Craig. Craig, I would like you to actually go and support that. Like I said, I actually know blind people that feel constant movement. Heck, you can sit in a car with your eyes closed, you know you're moving at a constant. A plane as well. Just because you ignore the movement doesn't mean you can't feel it moving. Then there's something wrong with you, Craig. I mean, I took a 24-hour train trip before, and I literally knew we were moving constantly while I was lying and sleeping. It's insane that this guy thinks this.
It is.
It's crazy. Then there's something wrong with him. You might have to go get to a doctor to check you out, Craig. There might be something wrong with you. If you think you cannot feel movements.
Okay. You do not. There is nothing designed in your body. No organs or sensory perceptions that would.
That's false.
And we just literally showed the eardrums vestibular, which picks it up. So Craig, once again, shown he's wrong. How much times do you have to show this guy wrong in one video? I mean, we're only 11 minutes in. Yeah, 5 to 11.
It's not false. You can't just say it's false and gloss over.
Jim Smith says, you are wrong, Flatswade. A ring laser gyro can only pick up rotation. Okay, if they use a ring laser gyro on a plane, what do they use it for? Reference to horizontal. Jim, is that picking up rotation or keeping the orientation of the plane? Numbskull?
Andrew, this is the thing. This is why people get sucked into flat Earth. No, I don't. I don't. Right? I actually talk about proper physics, right?
Proper physics? What's proper physics? It's either physics or it's not physics. There's no such thing as proper physics.
As opposed to what physics, yeah.
Oh, that's insane. Exactly, Richard G. He says, I took a 4-day train ride and let me tell you, I can feel it. And it's very long. 4 days is hectic. I mean, that 24 hours was long enough for me. You sense vibration in a train. It's motion. Yeah, constant motion, Jim. This guy literally says you don't pick up constant motion. He says there's no organ in your body, which we literally brought up. Your eardrums, your vestibular just literally does that. Huh. One hour and 40 minutes and still no Krakatoni. No, unfortunately Krakatoni's only going to be at the end. So like I said, it's going to be a 2-part series probably. We're still going to go on another hour. Maybe we get there.
You tell people to do what you want to do. You're very controlling in the conversation. Like,
no.
I mean, I get it. Like, so
let me finish what I'm saying though, because
I would love to finish what I was saying, but
well, you interrupted me. So let me finish my point first, and then you can respond, and then go back and forth.
Like, go ahead and finish it.
Right. So because you do not feel a constant motion, you feel acceleration, a change in motion.
We just went through it. We're not going to go through it again.
Like I said,
just physics.
Your physics. Just take your physics and like, honestly, man, we got to go a little faster than this. Like, everyone's heard you say all this stuff all the time. Dude. Like, we're interferometry works the ring laser gyro. Clarithonomics. I literally know what interferometry is. Thank you very much. It's not picking up rotation. It's trying to pick up the light's different paths it takes. It's keeping a rigid body space. It's keeping a plane.
Now you think it's picking up rotation if it's it's not meant to do that. If your ring laser gyro picks up rotation, it's broken or out of calibration. You know those things need to be calibrated every time you use them.
We're good on this point.
Yeah, but how, you need to find a reason why it's not true.
Exactly, plain truth. If we do not have a vestibular system, we would not be able to walk straight. Balance, movement, etc. will be all over the show. I remember I had an ear infection once, and I literally was off balance that whole week. I was walking like this. I struggled to, and I was dizzy.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I remember one of my mates washing up liquid in his other mate's ear when he was drunk one night, and overnight it kind of dried up. And when he woke up in the morning, he fell over because one of his ears was blocked up. He lost his balance.
Yep, exactly. Travis Fitz says 15 degrees adrift is a toroidal field rotating around us. Could be possible because it's magnetic, and we know what magnetic fields do to light. I mean, look what you take to a magnet to a Faraday cage, and it has light inside. It literally moves the light, so it's very possible. Much more possible than their rotating Earth.
I told you,
why it's wrong.
I get it wrong. I'm ready for the next one where I can get you getting me wrong, okay?
But
I got some good questions.
do you agree?
Why is this guy just accepting everything? Every time this guy makes a claim and says you're wrong, he just, okay, I'm wrong, let's move to the next thing. Doesn't this seem kind of set up?
Yeah.
Really weird.
Yeah, Quinfee did say that. QNFee, sorry, not Quinfee. QNFee did say that.
Because, I mean, you're going to take the guy up and you're going to tell him, okay, why am I wrong? Back up how I'm wrong. Not just say, okay, I'm wrong, let's just move on. Because that's all he's doing.
Yeah, being a bit passive.
With what I'm saying, though, that you do not feel a constant
but I don't
motion.
have to, dude.
Why do you not agree with it, though? Please explain to me why you don't agree with it.
Because I don't have to. Like it doesn't make sense.
You can't just ignore physics. It does make sense.
I can do whatever I want, Craig.
That's true.
Well, okay, then you are literally just ignoring reality. Oh, I can just ignore physics. If that's the way you want to work, then what's the point?
If I want to look into it, I'll look into it. But quite frankly, you explain it a lot. It's really boring, and it's just a lot
Whether
of...
it's boring or not, it's the facts.
Butt hurt alert! Butt hurt alert! Butt hurt alert!
I don't see where his butthurt alert is. He's literally just telling you he can do what he wants to, and you don't show any facts. So why must he just conform just because you say nah? Very weird.
Yeah, I don't care about your facts, dude. Like they don't make sense.
They do make sense if you studied physics or understand anything.
And yet everything is got wrong so far tonight. This is what I don't understand about Craig. He keeps moaning, oh, I studied physics, I was a nuclear engineer, blah 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 blah. But everything he shows is a total contradiction to physics.
If you knew physics, you would know a knife can cut you, not the electrons around it. You know?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Craig, that's another one. We're waiting for you to provide evidence or demonstration how a knife doesn't cut you. It's the electrons cutting you.
Yeah.
And by the way, he debunked himself when I asked him, so if you sharpen a knife, it cuts you easier. Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
Kind of.
All right, can we move on to the next one? I think you're just going to stay on this one, but
have you seen the Faraday cages? How do you think Faraday's law came into existence, Flataholics? Okay, Flato, the function of ring laser gyros in aircraft is to sense rotation. That's why there is a third every initial guidance system. They are aligned 3 axes, X, Y, and Z. So I'm making my point. So they know their orientation. You literally just validated my point. They are there for orientation.
Mm-hmm.
And X, Y, and Z is not rotation, by the way.
I don't have that much time. We just move on.
So
Going
you,
really
you
slow.
don't have any measurements, right? So I'm gonna give that a big
You
fat
get the
X
point.
there.
Yeah, you get the point.
Right. So what's your second question for me then?
The penalty, so yes, because there are fewer electrons on the blade to slip between those at the surface being cut. So something that's supposed to cut you, less of it causes to cut you more.
Yeah.
Well done.
Wow.
Well done.
So don't you think that we're supposed to fight like this? Like political
No.
parties and stuff? Like it's so stupid, man. Like the whole flat earth, like it's like flat, it's round, it's like it's two different sides of the same thing. And I get it, dude. Your whole thing is if everyone's infuriated and all that, and I get that's not very much of a question. So you know what, I'm just gonna go up to the next one. Do you know who came up with the Big Bang Theory?
Which
George Lemaitre. Yep. A Jesuit priest.
part of it? There's kind of
Okay.
lots of aspects to it.
You get to do that.
He asked him a very simple question. Let's listen back what he asked him, and let's see how Craig's supposed to be answering. It's a simple who came up with the Big Bang cosmology? Isn't he just supposed to know and answer him?
Yeah.
It's a simple question.
Big Bang Theory.
Which part of it?
The guy who proposed the Big Bang Theory, George Lemaitre, the Jesuit priest. It's like asking him, I have a red tea bag. What color is the tea bag? What do you mean? What do you mean? What tea bag? You understand? That's like him doing.
Yeah.
Instead of just answering. So yeah. Oh wow. Insane. What's the poll saying, guys? 82 votes. FTFE relies on flat Earth. Yes, 100%, 76%. No, he needs flat Earth, 24%.
There's kind
Well,
of
both are true.
Okay.
lots of aspects to it.
You get to do that.
Well,
You know,
yeah.
answer the question. If you know everything, answer the question.
Off the top of my head, I can't think of the specific scientist that came up with it. No.
Scientist. George Lemaitre, scientist. Wow. See, this is the problem with these guys. They don't know what science is, so they don't know what a scientist is. Jesuit priest. He was an astronomer.
You know he was not a scientist.
Or physicist or whatever.
No, he
you're
was
going to say he's
Catholic.
some kind of Jesuit Catholic or something, which isn't. Do you have any evidence
Oh, yeah,
of
he
that?
just-
Yes, we do have evidence that he was a Jesuit priest.
Using star, the last bit's not getting played anyway. Flat's already said that.
Sorry?
I'm saying Fusion Stars said something about no, whoever it is that they don't play the end of the video because of the the custom that goes on. You already said you weren't going to play the end of it, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm just going to show where he gets triggered, but I'm not going to show because especially because they're talking about the CV.
Yeah.
And I'm not allowed to because otherwise I'm going to get striked.
Of course.
Because people like Craig can show it and don't get striked, but people like me that show it will get striked. You understand?
Yeah.
There. Lemaitre was the first theoretical cosmologist ever nominated 1954 for the Nobel Prize in Physics for his prediction of expanding universe. George Lemaitre Joseph Edward Lemaitre was the Belgian Catholic priest, theoretical physicist, mathematician, astronomer, and professor of physics in the Catholic University of Louvain. Yeah, there we go. There's your proof, Mr. Craig.
I sound like you just thought of it, dude. What are you doing? What are you doing? Is that
I've heard that plenty of times. Right, let's quickly have a look at this because it's on the top of my tongue. Who came up with the Big Bang Theory?
Why doesn't he just say he doesn't know?
It's simple, you know what I mean? If you don't know, you just say, I don't know.
Just say, okay, I don't know. But instead he's beating around saying, oh, it depends what you're talking about, who, blah, blah. Now he wants to look it up.
So, okay.
If I don't mind saying I don't know, you know. You don't have to turn around and excuse it. If you don't know it, you don't know. Simple, great.
And that's the problem. These guys, especially, I think he's also said it many times. If he doesn't know, he says he doesn't know. I don't ever see him say he doesn't know.
No.
Identity verification says, I got a strike the other day because I chose one of the songs that YouTube short offers for because I don't put artist names in the title and the short YouTube. Yep. That's why the music, if I put music on, it's an awesome content creator mix by Nick Nimmin and his brother. Really awesome stuff. I got it in my description. If you guys want to get free music, and it's copyright free, guys. Really awesome music. Oh man, where did I go now? Show more. And you guys can still become a VPN member. It really does help me as well if you support the channel. And obviously support Chocolate, please, guys. He does have a GoFundMe that's going on. And then also my mother-in-law's hip replacement. Thank you for everybody that has already donated to it. I really, really do appreciate it. Where did I put it now? Music. Creatormix.com. There we go. Really awesome music, guys. If you're a content creator, really do go there because it's copyright free, and all they say is you can use it, just not allowed to mix new music with it, and you must just put in your description to shout them out. So here we go. There's the link. If you guys ever want to go, from Nick Nimmin and his brother, they create awesome music. I get all my music for my videos from them. I mean, they got different genres and everything, and you can download it and everything. There we go. Nick Nimmin and D Nimmin. They write the music themselves, and they really do an awesome job. So that's a shout out to Nick. Really awesome stuff. Okay, let's go on.
Cool.
Well, you can use it as well. I mean, off the top of my head, I don't know. If you want a point for that, that's fine. But let's have a look.
Okay, I want negative ones if I can.
Georgie's Lemaitre here. According to the Big Bang Theory expansion observable universe began with the explosion of a single particle at a definite point in time. I probably can't pronounce this right. Georges Lemaitre, 1849.
Lemaitre.
1966, Belgian cosmologist, also a Catholic priest, but and father of the Big Bang. So no, he wasn't like.
Yeah, exactly. INFE. A scientist is someone who follows the scientific method. That's it. That's full stop. It has nothing to do with accreditation, intelligence, or belonging to a special club. Exactly. Heck, you can be a scientist if you just set up a hypothesis and experiment. Full stop. You're following the scientific method, then you are a scientist. Oh, hey, Netley's Vegan Dog, how's that? Did those dozen missing frames ever turn up? They were never gone, Natalie. Maybe pay attention.
Like you mentioned it like it's something new.
Yeah, it's very simple. It never went anywhere, and I've got very many videos on my channel literally going through it. So if you want to,
it's a dozen now, because I mean, a dozen is one more than 11. I ended up with 11. I mean, when I first ever had it was 3. Do you know what I mean? But then it turned to 11. All these different things.
yeah, there we go. I did it again live to show everybody how I did it the first time. Let's see, there were more videos. There's a whole bunch of videos actually explaining. There we go. Optical is physical. Showed you again, where I show you the impact points and taking it out again and showing everything. Oh man, there's so much videos where I actually literally go through it. But people are too, how can I put it, parrot-like? They keep parroting nonsense because they don't actually know what happened. Again, 11 frames. Yeah, I showed you it was only actually 3 frames, guys. And I showed all the frames in the video, like I always did. And there's more, because I keep having to show it over and over and over. But like I said, I love it when the people bring it up, because every time you bring it up, you can't You literally conceding your Earth curve is not physical. It's only optical. There we go. Oops, no curve address. So I literally address it. Oh man, and it goes on. Oh yeah, this is when. Sorry.
I seen Ranty go past. I just seen Ranty go past then. I haven't heard from Ranty for a while actually.
Oh no, this is SSE, SST. I actually want to do a video on his latest video he did. What an idiotic video. So yeah, anyway guys, the video they're talking about is oops, no curve. I'm going to quickly go to a part and I'm going to show you something quickly. It sucks because the original video I had was, you know, The Sound of Silence? That was the original soundtrack for this video. And it sucked. I had to get it off because someone flagged me and I had to get a copyright strike. So I had to change the music. And it was literally like so I ended up changing the music. But let me go to, but let's go to where I actually show. Whoopsie. Okay guys. Okay, let's see what's going to happen now. Whoop. I showed all the frames, correct? Let's reverse that again. Let's reverse that again. Remember, this is the original, guys.
This is fun.
Whoop. All the frames. Okay, let's do this again. One more time. Whoop. All the frames, guys. Now I point out to everybody, look what happens when I take the inferior mirage away. Yeah. Literally, it's got an inferior mirage that I take away, and it shows no Earth curve. So the globies are too buttered to understand I took apparent mirage away. That means no physical curve. There you go. My pleasure.
Simple.
He was a cosmologist, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's very simple stuff. So every time they say 11 frames, it's them conceding me taking an inferior mirage out means no physical curve. Because I literally get them saying, you took our curve away. Look, so inferior mirage is curve. Congratulations.
Yeah. It was kind of his job, and he was also, you know, very adept at maths.
Why would it cost, like, you...
Yes, I literally got someone flagging it, Debatable D. I had multiple flags on that song from anti-flat earthers. You know, you do get emails for flags.
Of all people, like, I know you hate religion. Why would a Catholic priest come up with the Big Bang Theory?
Easy,
Why?
because he was a Jesuit Catholic priest. He's not a Christian. His aim is not to show God created. His aim is to show you are meaningless. You have no worth. It's deception. Remember, the Catholics run everything. The Jesuits run this world, mate.
Probably not.
What are you talking about?
There's no reason why religion...
Exactly, Alan Ocean. You can report a video and flag it. They literally denying that. I don't know why, but yeah.
and science can't live side by side. There's no reason why you can't, you know, come to the conclusion of the Big Bang Theory and still have a belief in God.
Wait, what? I just got to hear that again.
Reason why religion and science can't live side by side.
No, there's a definite reason why it can't live side by side. Science is a method that has got nothing to do with opinion. Religion has got to do with belief and faith, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I got flagged for the song, so they copyright striked it, Debatable. That's how it works. They reported it. They reported the song, so they got copyright striked. Flagged, get it? They do it all the time, soccer accounts. Exactly, Richard. Anyway, back to what you were talking about.
Come up with the Big Bang Theory.
Why would he not?
What are you talking about?
There's no reason why religion and science can't live side by side.
FTFE says there's no reason why religion and science can't live side by side. That is the epitome to show he does not know what the hell science is. And I mean, I can't believe he's still saying this to him, because I've literally said it to him in 3 debates or something already. Science is not based on opinion and religion. Religion has got nothing to do with science. Science is an empirical method. It takes all opinions out of the equation. It's simply a method to figure out a cause for a observed phenomena. That's it. It doesn't care what you think about it or what you believe about it. It's either true or it's not. You validate it or you invalidate it. So the fact that he says, why can't it work together, shows this guy doesn't understand what science is, and literally proves he doesn't know what the hell I don't know. I don't believe this guy has a physics degree. I'm sorry. Or he's just really dishonest.
He's definitely dishonest.
There's no reason why you can't, come to the conclusion of the Big Bang Theory and still have a belief in God.
We literally proved on the stream, I think it was Monday, where like Flataholic said, somebody had to create something for the Big Bang to take off, so God was at the bottom of the cup. Congratulations. And what do the atheists fight for? You don't need a God, but the Big Bang created everything. But when you get to the bottom of the argument, the foundation, even the Big Bang requires a creator. So relinquishing, then you don't need God. Yeah.
These things aren't mutually exclusive.
Millions of scientists are religious. Yeah, but doesn't make science religious. Flat Earth. I know many Christians that are scientists, but they don't mix Christianity into their science. It's 2 different genres.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So asking why did a priest come up with the Big Bang Theory is completely, why couldn't a priest come up with the Big Bang Theory? What does that matter? Just because he's also religious doesn't mean that he couldn't also be very adept at maths and physics and cosmology.
A Catholic priest, man, is not just religious. A Catholic priest, probably pretty evil.
Well,
he says I'm playing victim regarding copyright. No victim, literally. If someone reports you and then YouTube goes and watches that report flag and they say, oh, he's got a copyright strike, and they copyright strike you, that's not victim, it's fact. There's no victim about it, it's just telling you the truth. Must I keep quiet about it? Because it's not the first. I mean, I've been flagged about many different things before. Many of us do get flagged. I still get flagged quite a lot. You know that someone literally reported the stream before the stream started as hate speech.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ridiculous, isn't it?
And the stream hasn't even started and they go and report me as hate speech. Come on.
Oh, you're saying that. That's just an assumption that you've made about every Catholic priest in the world. So you don't have a point here.
The Catholic Church still runs the world.
I mean, I disagree. Nothing I do is because of the Catholic Church.
Thinking that science is opposing them.
Listen.
In reality, the same power still lays in the same hands.
Stop it. Get some help.
Like, I get it. You're better than everyone. I get it. Just like
I'm not saying that, dude. You're being very salty right now.
How's he being salty? He's literally just telling him that the Jesuits run the world. Yeah. So just because Craig doesn't accept it doesn't make it not true. I mean, he's obviously never heard of things like the Black Pope before. I mean, do you think there's never been a monarchy in history that's literally been running everything in the backgrounds? I mean, all the politicians and everything are on the same part of the different side of the same coin. You understand? This is really, it's odd. The world is a show, literally.
I don't care, dude. I've been like way too nice to see the way that, like, you guys like looking back on those things, like with Peachy Tony and like how bad you guys look at so many different points, like all those videos where you have no idea what you're talking about, and then I see you just hype.
Yep. Now that's a factual statement. Literally, you guys don't know what you're talking about, but you still claim to know everything and what's your background. Oh, we know what physics is. You don't. Nuh-uh. That's it. That's what we get from you. Not actually having anything to back it up, just by stating, no, you're a stupid flat earther. I got a PhD, or I got a physics degree, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't make you know it. It just makes you really stupid. Because if you have a degree and you still don't know what the hell you're talking about, then it just makes you dumb.
And then I see his charts and I like zoom in on them. They make no sense, and I'm like, dude, these guys
They make no sense to
are
you.
awful. No, they don't
They make
they're
no
not
sense
clear.
to you.
You can't see what they say. They're blurry. They're just like a zigzag line. It's like,
Well, I'm sure you could get the correct ones, or maybe increase the right.
Okay, that I don't agree with him though. Because when they do both graphs, they do make sense. Otherwise, they wouldn't bring graphs up.
Yeah.
So that I do agree.
Resolution.
anybody
Right.
can do HD charts. Anybody.
Anybody
They
can
choose
do
not.
what?
They don't want you to see what it says.
Anybody can do what? Sorry.
Make an HD chart instead of a stupid like chart
Well,
from like.
it looked HD to me. Maybe it was your resolution that was the issue.
That's a lie, dude. The resolution is all the way up, so that's dishonest.
Well,
so
it seems fine
Okay, I don't know what they're talking about though, so I can't comment on it.
to me when I watched it, and also you could contact PhD Tony or whoever. I don't think that's actually PhD Tony you're talking about. That's Astronomy Live
so it is.
charts that you're
I'm
talking
not
about.
the astronomy guy, both of them. Like you can't read that. I think you can read that.
But there's actually the
Eduardo Igor says, I'm not sure I'd take science lesson from someone who thinks time can't be an independent variable. First of all, you can't take science lessons from anyone. You do a science method. Time is literally a man-made concept, so you have a variable of control. So let's say you go and trying to figure out it takes time to grow a plant. You're going to change, well, you can change well, it depends what your hypothesis is. If your hypothesis is, I'm trying to work out how much time it takes for that plant to grow, you can use an independent variable because you're just changing the duration. But that doesn't make it the thing that's growing the plant. That's only you validate your hypothesis that the time it takes to grow. But now you got to go figure out the cause for it. Time is not a cause. Time is only a control. It doesn't matter how much time someone says, I'm a scientist, time is always a independent variable. No, it can only be a control because the duration of something changes. Let's say if you boil the egg, it depends on how long you boil the egg to get it to a specific way you want it. But is the time boiling the egg, or is the heat boiling the egg? You get the issue here. Very simple stuff.
Astronomy Live one. There's actually a follow-up video going to the individual data points. So
Why
right.
don't
So
you look it up right now. Pull it up and see if you can read it.
I don't want to right now. It's a red.
Yes, a variable you control is called a control variable. Fatalics. Duh.
To the point that data exists and you can get the data, and there is a follow-up video going through the data point by point, as I explained. So, yes, we have tracked Starman in space. It's been
Track Starman in space. Why has not one satellite been able to show Starman live in space? I mean, Starman has been in space for how long already? I think a few years now, like almost 2 years, correct?
Yeah, I was going to say about 18 years, something like that.
So why have they not been able to bring up video of Starman from space with satellites? Oh, I know, because it's not there. Maybe because you can calculate where it should be, doesn't mean it's actually there, Craig. It's called circular reasoning. I calculate where it is, therefore it's there. No. You just calculate it there because you have a belief that it's there. There's no Starman, exactly. I mean, literally the physics behind it, if you knew physics, is impossible. That dash would literally disintegrate as it's going up to where it's supposed to be. The oils in the dash would pull out and boil through those plastics. The plastics would literally like rip apart because of the stresses on it.
I get it, dude. I failed, and you win, and you get the money, and you get the ego.
Flatolic says, Starman is a long way from any satellites. Yet you can take a satellite and take pictures 1 billion light years away?
Yeah.
Further than that? Now tell me again, Starman's not even a quarter distance of that. Yeah. Nice making excuses.
I hope that feels really good.
Nothing about ego. But, right, okay, why don't you just ask, like, don't need to go through my questions, just ask the rest of your questions, alright?
Yeah. I think I want to do a stream on time though.
Yeah, definitely.
Time is just a concept. It's as simple as that. There's no going forward or backward or present in time. You literally just have a reference of a concept. So you know a duration on a timeline. That's it. That's what time is. There is no forward, backwards, present. There's no such thing as time. It's a concept for a reference so you can have a data on a timeline. That's it.
We'll just go through your questions, because so far, all your questions have been is personal incredulity and ignorance.
They've been so stupid, haven't they? Because you know everything.
No,
he hasn't answered one of your questions, and every time you ask him a question, if he doesn't know, he either obfuscates or just says, nah, you're stupid. Yeah.
Had personal incredulity and ignorance, that's it.
I hear that word all the time from your side. You guys you say that we repeat stuff.
I forgot how to describe.
Even the temperature changes based on the Starman would cause everything to deteriorate on that car.
The modding's starting to work now.
Sorry?
I'm saying the modding's starting to work. I've just managed to show some comment. So it's starting to work now.
Oh, the modding's working. Okay, cool. Yeah, just now these guys are going to take liberties.
Tangent for a second, but you know that doesn't compare to anything that you say, because nothing you say has any substance, right? So what is your next question? Your question there was not understanding evolution, so what's your next one?
What? He didn't even talk about evolution now. Did we? I didn't hear any evolution there, but okay. But I mean, this is cut from a stream, so maybe they did cut it from it.
Do you think that? Oh, my fingers. Hold on. Where'd it go? Okay, so here's a good one. I'm not going to do all my questions because I quite frankly don't have the time. But
Why do you bring some people in?
Here, when I asked about things you don't actually know, and when you brought me on to talk to PhD Tony, he knew nothing about the things that I was asking about, right? So you're supposed to be the flat Earth debunking guy, right? So why do you need all these experts for all these things that you don't know how to What is that?
What's your question?
Also, he couldn't answer any of my questions either. He said he was not the person to go to for that. And what kind of ego does that have to have the name PhD Tony?
We gave him. Right. Okay. What's your question here?
Okay. Who's we? How's that? We gave him that name. So doesn't that look like there's a kind of club here with these guys? We gave him that name. Who's this we?
Yeah, exactly.
And they're saying they are not obsessed with flat Earth. Oh, why are we getting all these Arwen trolls now?
I know.
It's literally sad. I'm going to.
I just hit one.
Yeah,
I'm
hiding them. Yeah, probably Sean Hawkins. Yeah,
you just unhit the one that I hit.
Jeff Gassett says, what about the forgotten about 2,000 degrees thermosphere, about the so-called globe? Yeah, exactly. I don't shout out soccer accounts that are there to muddy people's characters and make them look bad. Flataholics.
Alright, be specific. What is your question?
Who has ever actually pointed the laser at the moon?
Lots of people. The lady that I met from Science Side Up has done that experiment.
Did you see?
Experiment? Pointing a laser at the moon is experiment? What do you think? Mikey Smith apparently pointed his laser at the moon. Do you
Yeah,
think?
he did. He pointed it was at 21 mile range or something, 22 mile range, and it seems to have hit the moon.
That's weird.
Definitely.
But that's also like begging the question, saying that it did hit the moon and that the moon is physical. Then, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it. It certainly does look like it hit the moon, but I mean, there could be lots of things going on there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Natalie Vegan Dog says a dropout internet nutter destroys all. Who are you calling a dropout? I've literally finished school with 5 distinctions. Tell me I'm a dropout again. Okay. By the way, established science is pseudoscience. I don't know if you've watched the latest news about your JWST satellite videos, images. They're literally telling people to rewrite all your science textbooks. Go and learn your own religion.
I've not seen her do it, no.
But nobody's documented it?
Yes, it's been documented many times.
Where?
In videos.
Okay, Harry, if you press that big green button,
Right.
it will let the laser light out into the sky.
Sadly,
And press the big button and go to the laser hit the sky. How do you know it's hitting the moon? Beauty school dropout. Yeah. Grease was an awesome movie, by the way. Still one of my all-time faves. So guys, he's saying the laser is pointing at the moon. You hit the green button and therefore the laser is hitting the moon. Congratulations.
The sober business of measuring the moon's distance from the Earth does not sound like a video game. Still, very cool.
Ooh, did you just debunk Earth's spin here, Craig? Look at the movement of the laser towards the moon, guys.
I've not seen her do it, no.
But nobody's documented it?
Yes, it's been documented many times.
Where?
In videos.
Okay, Harry, if you press that big green button,
Right.
it will let the laser light out into the sky.
Sadly, the sober business of measuring the
Watch now, the sky is moving across, and keep an eye on the angular size of the moon as well, and then keep an eye on the laser movement to the sky.
moon's distance from the Earth does not sound like a video game. Still, very cool.
Oopsie. I might have to make a little video on that. Thank you very much, Craig, for debunking Earth rotation again, and things don't succumb to perspective, as you guys say. Remember how much times have we got them claiming that the moon and sun do not have perspective? Derek, flat geometry, sphere geometry. You cherry picked that in tomato garden.
Wait, I forgot because this is before I forget, because I don't want to.
Anyway, you've switched questions there. What was your question? The one about PhD Tony and everything. Why do I need experts? Well, because I don't know everything.
Oh wow, I'm glad you realized that you hardly know anything. That's what you were saying. Not you don't know everything. You should say you hardly know anything. Sorry?
He just admitted he didn't know everything.
Yeah, but I think he should have said I don't know anything, not I don't know everything.
Or not much at all.
Yeah. I mean, it's only been 20 minutes from his video, and so far, what has he got right?
Not much.
Neither does anybody.
Right?
Yeah, but so what? There's people that know certain things more than me. I don't have a PhD. Tony does have a PhD. He knows more things than me. Sometimes it's good to have an expert about things.
That having a PhD doesn't mean you know things. Having a PhD is only in a particular field. It doesn't mean he knows everything or more than you. It just means he only knows about that field. He's just studied a bit more, so maybe 2 years more to get his PhD in that field. And you can literally have 15 years of studying. Doesn't make you knowledgeable. It just makes you, how can I put it, having qualifications in that field. I mean, you can have a PhD in, I don't know, measuring planets' fart gases. But does it make it really that there is fart gases to measure in reality? No. You just got a PhD in it because that is the route you took to get your PhD in. So you studied fart gases on planets in education system that's not really based in science, but because you have a mathematical equation based on a belief, theoretical, doesn't mean it's real. Exactly. Hannibal Lecter can have a PhD and still be a psychopath.
Yep.
And
he was an expert. And all I heard him say was
He says a lot because
I think it was PhD Tony that told me submarines don't use echolocation. So yeah.
he stutters when he talks. But anyway, I'm saying on now. He's an expert in geology and stuff, and he explained a lot of things to you that you obviously didn't know before.
He only explained one thing to me, and then he told me I was insulting him by having a conversation that you got paid to have, and he agreed to come on to, and that's so insulting, dude. What a pathetic existence to have.
Not really.
You can't
I
even
quite
have a
enjoy
conversation
myself.
that's like, it's literally, you're getting... So
Okay, it's getting to that point now where he's going to start coming and being very triggered. So I think we're going to end the stream very soon, guys.
someone else that you're friends with paid to do, and the other person just gets insulted, and then like, what's up with that? It's pretty sad.
What are you on about?
It doesn't matter, dude. Like I told you, I'm not gonna...
What's wrong with you?
PhD Tony's in the chat. He can come on and
Yeah, bring him on. Bring him
ask you
on.
some
Bring him
questions.
on. Let's bring him on, and then let's bring the audience on, because I guess I don't have enough time. Dude, I thought you were gonna bring on people. I told you I'm running out of time. So let's bring on PhD Tony, so I can tell him what he's like, a little like retarded weirdo, and then we can like just.
Can I just see a little clip of EDP 45 there?
Really?
Yeah, did you see that flash?
Yeah, they did, yeah. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Where he's like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Yep.
The answer is everyone can insult me and we can move on with our lives. And
I mean,
all I want is
you're kind of insulting yourself with this entire display, Landry. You've been so salty the second you got here. Honestly, you've been so salty from the second you got here.
Yeah, you know why, dude?
Because you're a salty little punk.
Wow. If you pull that stick out of your ass, you won't be yelling so loud.
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah, that's why, because you are a salty little punk.
Okay, I think I'm going to get to where PhD Tony's on and talking.
You're getting paid. You're getting paid.
Choices.
You know it, right? You know it all. What are you? Physics degree guy?
I'm an ex-engineer from the Royal Navy.
So.
And I worked as an engineer and a project developer for a wind farm company.
He told me that he was a nuclear engineer or a nuclear physicist or something at the Navy. That correct? How long do you have to study to become become a nuclear physicist or engineer or something? At least 5 years or something?
5 years, yeah.
And he told me in the first debate he only studied 18 months.
That's right, yeah.
So something's not adding up. It's a bit weird.
Now I do this because I'm disabled and at home and can't do anything else, and this is a great career for me to do right now.
Yeah, that's one thing I do agree. Craig is disabled, guys, so I wouldn't make fun of him with that, because no matter who he is. So yeah, that's why he's doing YouTube, because he can't really do anything because he's disabled. So I 100% agree with him on that. I do support him with that. I just don't support his knowledge in anything he brings up as what he calls physics. Yeah, I think he should have stuck with gaming.
living. I describe people for a living.
No, you.
Yeah, no. For instance, if I say to you, Landry, you are a fucking idiot. That's not an insult. That is a direct description of you.
Yeah. Now they're starting to get how can I put it? Yeah. Craig needs to remove his glasses when calling people names.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Craig when he tells me that his glasses don't change the angle of it, don't magnify, and then he takes his glass off and literally shows on screen how it changes the shape of his face.
Oh,
man.
It's just true. Well, there's a reason you've heard it. That's because you're a fucking idiot.
Imagine Adam, the
No, I definitely
I
don't.
want to get to where it's now with PhD Tony, guys, but just just listen to how triggered he gets. It's crazy. If I think of how he's going on, I can imagine him with foam at the mouth, you know, like a rabid dog going crazy. Yeah.
I don't have a PhD, but I'm flattered that you are.
One is the audience first, but I want
I am the audience.
Yeah,
it's going to happen now.
My question for Landry is, why do you feel justified in risking the lives of people around you by ignoring expert advice from epidemiologists and medical professionals?
Everybody knows what I would say about that. But because we can't talk about stuff like that, I'm not going to say anything. If it wasn't on YouTube, I would definitely school Tony on a few things. Tony literally doesn't understand about the V, literally changes things, which literally kills people. It causes dysfunctions in people. I mean, there's people that literally, they can't even do bodybuilding anymore because they've taken the V.
Yeah.
Why do you feel that you get to kill people?
Who said before I would be lying if he says he's not calling him murderer? He just literally said, why do you think you get to kill people? Let's go back and listen.
By ignoring expert advice from epidemiologists and medical professionals. Why do you feel that you get to kill people?
I get to kill people, dude.
Yeah, because you're an asshole.
What about the vaccines that kill people? You're not responsible for those deaths?
Vaccines not kill people.
Excellent.
Okay, show me the death certificates.
Listen here, guys. Listen, this is when it starts getting hectic.
Where it says that they died because of the vaccine.
Do you want the COVID-19 test? Do you want the COVID-19 certificate?
Show me the death certificate. Show me the death certificate. No, you just use somebody's family members.
Yeah, you're a fucking piece of shit, Andrew. You really are.
You just showed somebody's family members. You show people who.
I cried a lot for this. You want to talk to her? You want to talk to her daughter?
Okay, show me the death certificate. What was the cause of death listed on it?
Do you see what's going on, guys? Why is he getting so triggered about this? He's taking this on such a personal level. It's like crazy. He's not even letting him breathe a word in. Then Craig comes in the background calling him a piece of shit. Just because they don't agree with them. Wow. It's crazy.
What was the death certificate on it? What was the cause of death? What was the cause of death?
I just have to say something, Tony. The cause of death wouldn't say V or COVID. It's because it changes things and gives complications which cause the death. You idiot.
Yeah.
What was the cause of death?
You think it's right to use someone's death?
What was the cause of death?
4 years old.
What was the cause of death?
5 days later.
What was the cause
So
of
whenever
death?
somebody dies like that,
What was the cause of death?
You see what I'm saying? You can't talk with these kind of people, Richard. Exactly. It's crazy. This is like borderline insane. It's crazy.
Definitely.
What?
Sorry?
That's definitely the anger showing there, isn't it?
Wow. He's taking this very personal.
Yeah.
It's like he's very
Right.
invested in this. Like I said, guys, unfortunately, I can't talk about the subject on YouTube, so I'm not going to. But I can tell you, it's literally been shown by many, many multiple institutions and papers and stuff that it was the cause for many problems which caused people's deaths. Face Reality, thank you for being a member for 5 months. Whoever is screaming will be the cause of my death. That's PhD Tony, Face Reality. But thank you very much for being a member for 5 months. Wow, and everybody else that has been, I don't think I missed any super chats. If I did, I am really sorry. Please just let me know and I'll shout it out. Okay, let's go on.
Answer the question.
The cause of death certificate.
Are you kidding me, dude?
What was the cause of death on the... Yes!
Also, if you go to
Okay, I'm going to put it this way, Tony. If someone gets run over by a car, but they had a heart attack just before the car ran them over, they didn't die from the heart attack, but the car hit them that caused their death. What's going to stand on their death certificate? Cause of death, heart attack or car accident? But the heart attack caused them to stop, so the car hit them, correct? Now try and take that into your mind and think in this subject. Just think of it. You're supposed to be so clever, Mr. PhD.
EAERS.gov, you find all the
You
information
lying
that you can
sack of shit!
Everything.
Yeah.
Not even
Okay, was that person in an old age home?
Because you
Did
cannot
they
get
have
the accurate
pre-existing
information. I see
conditions?
Tony's still talking. I have you muted, dude.
What?
People from my work literally have complications. The one woman working by us was off now for 7 months with TB that picked up because of this. Still struggling hectic. Some people have literally, got the from afterwards. The other people that didn't take it, nothing wrong. So I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not allowed to talk on it, so I'm not going to. I'm not a medical practitioner or giving in for any words. I'm just telling you, Tony is literally getting triggered because he doesn't understand how it works.
Because I think it's the most disgusting, disrespectful
I agree.
thing I've ever seen in my life for you to deny.
I agree,
when it's
Landry.
so obviously true. Like, she just
It's disrespectful for these people to be the way they are to this guy just because they don't have the same opinion as him, let's put it that way. So they call him a murderer. What did he do? I don't understand. How is he being a murderer?
No, you didn't do anything wrong.
It's not true. Nothing you're saying is true.
To peddle a fucking conspiracy theory! You sack of shit!
Yeah, Landry, you are muted. Right, oh shit.
Why is he muting Landry when he's the one busy swearing and going on at him? Landry can't even get a word in, but he'll mute Landry. What does that tell you?
No.
Well,
thank you, Face Reality, for the $5 super chat. Really, really appreciate it. Globe Plus, injection, the cause of mental mass death, brain. Thank you very much for the super chat, Face Reality. Really, really appreciate it, mate. You are awesome. Thank you very much. And everybody else that's really supporting the channel. You guys rock. So, I just have to say, PhD Tony, was that a form of showing your knowledge and intelligence and maturity? Yeah, I think not.
I joined just in time to hear PhD Tony scream, "You sack of shit." So,
hey, go fuck yourself, okay?
He is a completely contemptible waste
Yeah,
of bio.
he is a horrible, horrible piece of shit.
Oh, that was the video, guys. I just had to show that. I mean, wow. Anger issues, exactly. Thank you, Alan Nordstrand, for your $2 super chat. Really, really appreciate it. Where he says anger issues, exactly. I see. Brian is live now as well. If you guys want to head over there, do go. I'm gonna, because I'm gonna end now. So there we go. There's his stream. So yeah, I'm gonna say Brian shouted you out. Okay, guys, do go over to Brian. Definitely, I'm gonna be watching. Well, he's got a premiere now. I'm gonna download it and watch it tomorrow. Hope you guys did enjoy it as much as I did.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I can't. I can't believe how he went off. But like I said, when I hear him wear shouts like that, I'm just thinking of foaming at the mouth, all going rabbit. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Almost like picturing some kind of zombie having mad cow disease. Oh man.
I think Lotion wanted to say something about the V without actually mentioning
the mRNA.
Yeah, it's near the end of the show anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Hey Dredgick, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. It's good to see you. But yeah, wow. Guys, we can all literally say that was wow. I don't actually have words for it.
I've never seen the like before. I've never seen him get triggered just like that quickly in that.
Yeah, but that's not just triggered. That's beyond triggered. That's like
wow.
Yeah, that's beyond triggered. It's like mental.
It's like it was personal.
That's what I'm saying. It's like he has some kind of personal attachment to it or something.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's crazy. But then again, these are the same people that think it's okay to just put stuff inside you that literally poisons. But yeah.
That's it.
Okay, but yeah, thanks guys all for coming. Appreciate you guys coming. It's been a good show. I want to say thank you to all the support and everything. And as my son says, I have to say bye as well as Batman. Thank you for coming. Till tomorrow night. God bless. May the pressure be with you. Bye-bye.